Two cars have major damage after a massive tree limb suddenly dropped on top of them early this morning. It happened on the corner of 10th Street and Cherry Street in Chico, and that's where we find Action News Now reporter Lauren Cooper, who's live. So Lauren, just how common is this sudden tree limb failure?
Yeah, Alan, I spoke with a local insurance agency that tells me they know of at least 2 cases in the last 4 months where something similar happened. A sudden a tree limb that has just suddenly dropped out of the sky and caused some major property damage in Butte County. While tree limbs falling from the sky happens year-round, arborist Zachary Burr says summer tree limb failure is very common, especially since Chico is filled with giant oak trees, a species Burr says is more often affected.
Because we're in Chico, California, there are a lot of sycamore trees here, there are a lot of oak trees here, and that means that there are a lot of chances for a limb to just drop right out of the sky. So the one thing that I would tell people is, keep your eyes to the sky and be careful.
And though these instances can cause major property damage, they can also be deadly. A Chico State student was killed by a falling tree limb while walking on campus back in August of 2013. Burr says no matter what time of the year it is, paying attention to what you're walking under could save your life. Now, Burr says there are several theories about what causes sudden limb drop. One of those main theories is that it can be caused by years of drought that causes some cell damage within the tree, and then soon after, a lot of heavy rain, and the tree actually soaks up a lot of that water, and it just makes it super heavy in those limbs, and again, those weakened cell structures just kind of snap it off. So this is something that is kind of heavily debated in the arborist culture, but again, keep your eyes to the sky to stay safe. I'm Lauren Cooper reporting live in Chico with Action News Now.
Lauren, I got to ask you a question. You've been covering the story all day. After learning what you've learned, would you park underneath a tree at this point yourself?
Well, I think I'm a bit of a hypocrite because I actually am parked underneath a tree right now and standing underneath a tree too. So it's hard, Alan. People get desperate for shade in this heat, but yeah, it is something that we should definitely be more aware of, at least when we're walking through some heavily wooded forests, at least.
All right. Thanks for all that information, Lauren. Now, OSHA reports there are about 100 deaths in the U.S. each year from falling tree limbs.